Pro Football Focus is ranking the top 50 players in the NFL. They reveal 31 to 40 today. 35, Julio Jones. 37, the Browns' Nick Chubb. 38, A.J. Brown from the Titans. 39, Alvin Kamara. So Chubb ranked ahead of him. 40, Josh Allen. And, of course, 41 was the Browns' John Johnson, who they signed. So top 40 for Nick Chubb, 37. What do you make of that?
I'm not surprised he's on this list. I kind of want to see where Derrick Henry ends up on this list. I want to make sure that Nick Chubb isn't too far behind him, because I don't think Nick Chubb belongs with too much space between him and Henry. I think they're both very similar backs. They don't run the same way, but they're used the same way. They run the ball a lot. I think Nick Chubb might actually be a better pass catcher than Derrick Henry, to be honest. So I think he gets an edge there, even though I think PFF dinged him a little bit for that. It's impressive to see him ahead of Alvin Kamara. Look, I'd like to see Nick Chubb higher on this list. I'd actually like to see A.J. Brown higher on this list. I think he's one of the best receivers in football that nobody really talks about. So I want to see how the rest of this list comes out. But I think when all is said and done, we might say that both those guys back-to-back deserve to be a little bit higher.
And when you think of Nick Chubb, the thing that makes him so unique, runs over people, and then when he gets in the open field, he's got that extra gear for a big guy.
Yeah, it's that explosiveness. I remember the 2 runs he had in Oakland, the first time we really got to see him. And it was unbelievable. He was one-on-one with the safety, and the safety didn't have a chance. He did it against Atlanta that rookie year, too, when he broke off a 92-yarder. We saw it this year a number of times. When he gets through that first level of the defense, and he's got one-on-one matchups, he just leaves people behind. And that screen pass in Pittsburgh was a great example of what he can do catching the football. Now, he had some drops against Kansas City, but that play really brought out the best in him against Pittsburgh. When he caught that screen, he made Minkah Fitzpatrick look foolish on that play and took it for a long touchdown. I think there's more there with Nick Chubb in the screen game.
Yeah, and the other thing is, and you mentioned Derrick Henry, he's almost as physical of a runner to go with that explosiveness as well.
He really is. I mean, the only difference is Henry's just enormous. And, Nick Chubb is pretty big, but he's no Derrick Henry. I don't think many are. And so I think that's what separates Derrick Henry when you see those highlights, those stiff arms and things like that. But Chubb has a lot of that in his game too. I mean, just go back and watch that run against the Eagles, and he put somebody on their back in that game as well. So he's got a lot of the same abilities that Henry has.